Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How is everybody doing today? It is currently Saturday and yeah, I'm gonna just sit down and film a random Rambles storytime video. I just wanted to film one of these. I think they're really good to watch, helps you get to know the person who you're watching. So yeah man, like, you know, join in the comment section down below. If you can relate to anything that I've talked about in today's video, then please give this video a massive thumbs up. Let me know if it was like that growing up where you were from. Let me know. So yeah, random Rambles storytime video. Let's jump right into it, people. So like I said, I grew up in Peckham, South East London. I grew up on a massive estate called the Gloucester Estate. It was a massive estate, like back in the day. It's no longer there, unfortunately. They knocked it all down, but yeah, that's where I'm from, and it was right next to the North Peckham estate, which was a huge estate. The North Peckham estate was massive, and it was pretty ugly as well. It would lead from like almost like Oak Kent Road, Wharf Road, which are like two other towns in South East London. It would lead from that end all the way to like Peckham High Street, so across Burgess Park, which is quite a famous park if you're from the south east of London. Everyone knows about Burgess Park. And yeah, it would lead all the way through to Peckham High Street. So what can I say about growing up in Peckham? Well, I grew up in Peckham in the 90s, so I'm a 90s baby, obviously. Boop boop, all my 90s babies out there, how you doing? So yeah, I grew up in Peckham in the 90s, and I loved where I grew up. Like, I loved where I grew up. Like, it was safe. My mum could leave us, like, just, you know, playing out all day. Remember, we used to play like run outs, letter beats, knock down ginger. And because I had like brothers and sisters, and my sisters were all older than me, like, it was a thing where, you know, the older boys and girls from the area, you know, they would look out for all the younger kids and stuff like that, and let the younger kids, you know, play with them and, you know, hang out with them. And when we used to go on like bike rides and stuff like that, you know, they'd have all us younger kids like on their back, like on the back of their bikes. They'd call it like backies. So they'd be like, oh, like, can I have a backie? Can I have a backie? So yeah, yeah, like, it was so good. Like, it was right around the corner from my primary school. I went to St George's Primary School, which is also in Peckham. And yeah, more or less everybody I grew up with went to St George's, or they went to Gloucester Primary School, which was in the middle of the Gloucester estate, like bang smack in the middle. That's where Gloucester Estate was. Or they would go to Oliver Goldsmiths. Yeah, that's it, Oliver Goldsmith Primary School. They would go there. So those were like the three, like, you know, bait schools, you know, in my little like area where I grew up. And yeah man, like, it was something else. Like, I tell you that nowadays, you know, growing up on an estate and everything, like, it's got such a bad reputation. You know, if you live on an estate now, like, you know, you're not really gonna like play out, you're not really gonna like mingle with other people in your area and things like that. But back in the day, like, all we ever did was play outside, and everyone knew everyone. And it was like so safe. Like I said, my mum used to like let us out in the school holidays. She used to let us out at like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. We wouldn't even come in until it started getting dark. And some nights she would like let us stay out a little bit later, because obviously all the older kids were looking after us younger kids. So, you know, we got to like really make the most of like the summer days and like the summer nights. It was like so amazing. And I really feel sorry for, like, I say to my nephews are 12 and 9, and I say to them now, like, you kids don't know, you kids have missed out so much, like, you know, of, you know, what it was like to grow up back then, because, you know, they don't play out, like, kids don't play out anymore. They don't play out, like, they don't, you know, really mingle with people in their area. Like, it's actually really sad. So yeah man, that was really good. Really enjoyed where I grew up, and I've got such fond memories. And yeah, I lived like on the Gloucester Estate until I was 10. And then left the Gloucester Estate. They were knocking down our estate, which was really sad. It was our family home, and, you know, so many memories there, and, you know, lived next to all my friends, and it was just, you know, you couldn't beat it. And then we moved because they were knocking down our blocks. They were like demolishing the whole estate. And then they, you know, moved us to the other side of Peckham. So by this point, they had like knocked down the North Peckham estate and built like all these like new build houses. So we moved like to the other side, like where the North Peckham estate used to be. We moved over there, and that became like our new family home. And it was cool. Like it wasn't as good like as living, you know, back on the Gloucester, but yeah, it was alright. Like I can't really complain. And obviously I finished off I still went to primary school. Yeah, so I was in year 6 when I moved, and then I still went to primary school at St George's, and then obviously finished primary school, and then I went to secondary school. God damn, the secondary school years began, people. My gosh. So if any of you guys know, obviously, you know, there was some bait schools back in the day if you lived in Peckham. Obviously, there was Waverley Girls' School and Warwick Park School. Waverley Girls' School was up in Peckham Right, and then Warwick Park School was literally bang on like Peckham High Street. And they were like the two notorious schools, like if you lived in South East London. Oh, and Walworth actually, which was like more Burgess Park side of Peckham, like Oak Kent Road, Wharf Road side. So like they were the three bait schools. And I remember like going to Waverley because my sister went to Waverley. So I went to Waverley Girls' School, and yeah man, that school, like it had a rep. It had a rep, I'm not gonna lie to you, it had a rep, it had a reputation. Yeah, they used to call that, like girls who went to that school, like pram pushers. To be honest, it was quite a ghetto school, like I'm not even gonna lie. You know, and it was a girls' school, and you know, going to a girls' school back then, you were gonna come up with some drama. I'm not even gonna lie, like there was so much drama when I was in school. Like Jesus Christ, the drama that was going on when I was in school was unreal. And I think that when I started secondary school, like I felt really comfortable because my big sister was in year 11, so I was like, okay, I'm cool, you know, I'm fine, all good, everything like that. And I was like, I made some friends, and you know, I really like got stuck into it, and I was like really comfortable like going to school. So you know, that was okay. And then I think when I got to like year 8, not year 8, I think when I got to year 9, you know, it was one of those things where like the shit got real. Like shit started to get real in year 9, and I hung out with like a really big batch of girls, like a really big batch of girls. And like in our batch there was like majority of the girls that I hung out with were black girls. And there was like one white girl, yeah, and then maybe I think I was the only mixed race girl actually in my batch. Yeah, I think I was. Yeah, we used to be called the batch. Yeah, the batch. Seriously, that's what we was called. It's so embarrassing when you think about it now. But I hung around with a big group of girls, but I still had like friends like outside of that group, because obviously I used to do street dance, so I would have like be friends with like, you know, other groups of girls who were also into dancing and stuff like that. So I would do that street dance with them, and then I would, you know, then I had like a group of girls who I used to hang out with, like, you know, in other areas of like London. So I had friends who lived in like Brixton, had friends who lived in like Kennerton. I used to hang out in Kennerton a lot actually, with a group of girls. We used to hang out there a lot. And yeah, like Brixton, Streatham. One of my really good friends in primary school, she lived in Brixton, so me and her were like, not primary school, secondary school, she lived in Brixton, so me and her were really close. And then I got close with another girl who lived in Brixton, and we were really close as well. So there was times when, you know, you could just be walking like down the road, like you can just be walking down Peckham Rye Park, and a girl from another year or another school can like look at you, and the next day she wants to fight you. Like the next day she wants to fight you because she's like, oh, you screwed me. And you're like, I was just walking down the road minding my own business, and you want to fight me because you think I looked at you the wrong way. I don't even remember looking at you, do you know what I mean? But that's how it was back then. Like literally, like we used to, you know, like hear stories about like girls going to other girls' schools to fight, you know, like fighting over nonsense, like absolute nonsense. Like, it was just so ridiculous. I remember like, you know, like girls having fights outside KFC in Peckham, you know, like girls punching teachers in my school. Like it was a complete and utter madness, my school. I remember outside the girls' toilets in school, like, you know, girls used to just scuff, like fight, like really like go in and fight. And like, I don't know like if it was like this or if it's like this when you were at school or if you're still in school now. but like if someone was gonna fight, it was like the place to be. Like you have to see the fight, like you have to be there, you have to see the fight. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, like these girls used to fight men, do you know what I mean? And I mean, luckily for me, like I didn't get into any fights at school, which was quite surprising actually, because there was a lot of times when like drama was happening and things like that, and you know, people, you know, would say, oh, Deary said this, or Deary said that, or yeah, Deary told me this, or Deary told me that. And you know, it'd be like, no, I didn't. You know, I mean, I tried to keep myself to myself as much as I could when I was in school, but obviously when you're young, you're dumb, you know, you tend to open your mouth when you're not meant to open your mouth and things like that. So, you know, like things that maybe people told you in confidence, you did then tell someone else. Oh God. So, you know, back in the day, when you used to be like walking around, doing your own business, going from A to B, there were times when you would get this. Oi! Oi! Yo! 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 Excuse me! Yo! Yo! Oi! Hey, come here! Oi! Oi! Come here! Oi! Yo! What are you saying? What? Yo! Yo! Hey! Come here! Hey! Excuse me! Hey! Lighty! Hey! Hey! My size! My size! That was how boys used to call out to girls to get their attention back in the day. What is that? Do you know what I mean? Like, what is that? Are you a snake? I don't know. Are you an animal? Are you an insect? I don't know. You know, you let me know. But that was how like boys used to call out to girls. Like, oi, yo, excuse me. If I could whistle, I'd whistle as well, because I used to do that as well. But yeah, they used to do that. And I'm not gonna lie, like I used to turn around and be like, yeah, if they were nice, I used to like, you know, look around and like smile and da-da-da, you know, let them know that, you know, they can come and talk to me. But yeah, if they weren't nice, I'd just be like, and go about my business, do you know what I mean? But yeah, they used to call out to girls like that all the time, all the time. And I remember like when you used to get chat up by a boy and he'd ask you for your number, and sometimes like when they were like really challenging you for your number, and they'd be like, oh come on, like give me your number, innit, like, you know, let me call you, innit, like we can chat, we can be friends, and like, you know, like I think you're really beautiful, and you know, like they try and be all sexy, but they weren't sexy, like they just looked a bit like no. So yeah, and then like you'd give them a fake number, and then the ones who wanted to be brave enough to call you, like they had credit, like they had that 5-day pass, they had that 7-day pass, you know, when T-Mobile used to do 5-day passes and like 7-day passes. I know you guys remember that. And yeah, like they wanted to be bold and call you directly, like, you know, right there, right in your face. And you just think, shit, I know this person ain't gonna call me. And then you'd go and be like, oh look, I gotta go, you know, I'm sorry, oh that's my bus, you know, 78, like that's my bus, I gotta go, it's my bus. You know, you'd have to just run in it, like you have to just like be like run, you know, get the hell up out of there. But yeah. Or like when you like get chat up by like them really nice looking boys, and you'd be like, hi, you know, you'd get chat up by like a boom ting, you know, like a banger, yeah? And then he wouldn't call you, and you'd be so depressed. It'd be really sad. It'd be really, really sad. They wouldn't call you, and you're just like, oh, why did he call me? Yeah, there was a talent show in my school, yeah, and literally like me and my 4 friends at the time, we thought, look, we're gonna do a dance routine, we're gonna do a set, we're gonna do a dance routine, we're gonna do some street dance, we're gonna wipe these year 11s like with the floor, we're gonna kill the show, we're gonna just do so good at the show. And I remember we won the show, and I remember we closed the set with this Afro beats song. Back then African music wasn't called Afro beats, it was just African music. And I know everyone watching who knew about this song. It was like dum 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 ba-dum ba-da-dum bum ba-dum ba-dum ba-da-dum bum ba-dum 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 ba-da-dum bum bum ba-dum ba-da-dum bum ba-dum bum. I think that's, yeah, but everyone knew. And when we closed the show with that song, Jesus Christ, like the whole like assembly hall, like they went mad. Like there was, and we had like my friend like gave us like African ties to put on like around our waist, so we had them at the front of the stage. And literally when that song came on, obviously you knew that song, when it was like dum 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 ga dum dum, and literally we like picked up the things, put them around us, and then we started doing like our African dance. And it was literally like so live. It was so live. It was live. And we was in year 10 and we beat the year 11s. We beat them. Yes, we did. We beat them. And then the year 9s, they came second. They were really, really good, the year 9s. They done a set as well, like a dance routine. And they were really, really good. And then, yeah, a group of people in year 10, in the same year as me, they done like a comedy skit. And they came third, and their comedy skit was so amazing. That was such a good show. That was such a good show. Love that so much. Yeah, big up the year 10s, innit, who won the show. Woo! That was so good. Me and my friend Hadiza, we choreographed the whole thing. No, me, Hadiza, and my friend Yasmin. Yeah, we choreographed the whole thing because we were like the dancers in school. We were the serious dancers. We loved dance. We loved Chris Brown. That was when Chris Brown came out. And when you see if you can run it, better mean if I run. Is your man on the floor? If he ain't, let me know. Let me see if you can run it. And the leader can run it. You know? Loved Chris Brown back then. See, and I still love him now. See, me and him, you know, we're meant to be. I remember like going to shubs. Basically, it's another word for house parties. So we would all like, you know, band up on the weekends. We'd hear of like people having like house parties and stuff, like people our age having house parties and stuff, and literally like a massive group of us would just like all like round up and like go to a house party. Maybe like one person knew the person whose house it was, but even if we didn't know the person whose house it was, we'd all still go. Like we'd all still go and like shake a leg or like, you know, wind up. That was the thing back then, okay? Yeah. Literally, like you would go to the shub, like to a shubs, and it would be like, oh, like who can you dance with? Like, oh, who are you gonna dance with? Like who are you gonna dance with? And then you'd like discuss it the next day. You'd discuss it like the next week at school, like who you danced with, and it would be like this big thing. Let me show you some songs that we used to do at shubs. So when we used to go to shubs, yeah, there was like some songs, right? When you came on, you knew you had to find a wine, yeah? So you used to have to find a dance, so someone to dance with, or you was guaranteed that a boy would come up behind you and start whining on you, yeah? I seen no dance before, but I never seen a dance like this. Just give me the light and pass the joe. What's another buckle of more? Get them in my side. Hey, who remembers the dance? Who remembers the dance? Hey. Ready. Hey. Poof. Hey. Ah, poof. Oh my god, people. So yeah, that was the type of stuff that we used to like shubs out to. Obviously, you know, now, just now, the dancing was much different. You can imagine. You know how now like on Instagram and stuff like that, like you see like these videos of these women like whining and they're like, you know, making it, twist it up, making it, and everyone's like twerking and everything like that. So back in the day, like when we used to go to shubs and stuff, that is what we used to do. Like that is all we done. Like you weren't like doing no two-step, you weren't doing no routine. You was literally like wind up, like wind up yourself, everything wind up, yeah? So, you know, and then occasionally like a boy would be brave enough to actually lift you up, and then you'd be like, hold on, what are you doing, you know? I remember like, you know, being called by my mum and she's like, Adiri, where are you? Where are you? And I'd be like, yeah mum, I'm on Southampton Way, you know, like I'm round the corner, I'm gonna be home like really soon. These times I was like in Brixton or something, you know, like dancing or like doing something that, you know, or being in an area that I wasn't meant to be in. I'm like, yeah mum, like I'm coming. Oh my days, literally, if my child thinks that they can, listen, my child's gonna get slapped. Fun fair days at Burgess Park. Fun fair days were like a massive thing in the summer in Burgess Park, which is the park that I grew up next to. Yeah man, like, you know, you'd go to Burgess Park, you'd be like, oh, who did you see, like who did you talk to, oh my god, did you get chirps, oh my god, did you give out your number, oh girl, you know, like basically getting chirps was a phrase that was used back in the day. So if you are a girl and you're walking down the street or you're walking through the fun fair at Burgess Park, you know, and a boy comes up to you and he starts talking to you, you know, and then you exchange, like he takes your number and then it's like, oh, I'm gonna call you, and then you're like, oh my god, like, I got chirps. He's gonna call me. Oh my god, and then you go and then you tell your friends. So yeah, that's basically what chirps means. I don't know if people use that now, like I think they just say like chatted up or approached. I don't know. Approach sounds a bit weird, isn't it? But yeah. Anyway, girl. A lot of girls like that I hung out with, like they started having like boyfriends and you know, like they were chatting to this person and that person and things like that. And yeah, when I was that age, I used to chat to boys, of course, but I tend to like have boys as my friends. Like they became my friends. Like if like one of the boys from the area was like talking to one of my friends from school, then like me and him would be friends. Like we'd be friends. Like they would like, you know, like call me for advice, or like, you know, we'd just chat, innit? Like we'd just be pals. And yeah, I kind of preferred it that way actually, because I never actually had like any drama where it was like, oh my god, or why are you talking to him for? What? Oh my god, what are you saying? I'm gonna bang you, you know, like I'm gonna actually like beat you up, innit? I'm gonna beat you up. Why are you talking to him for? Let me see your phone. Oh my god, like you're gonna get banged, you know? What? I'm gonna slap you, innit? And then they just like keep on talking shit, and it's just like, oh god. So when I think about it now, ridiculous, like ridiculous. I thought I would share some stories with you guys actually, because when I was in secondary school, we used to do this thing where we used to pass notes around, just about like stuff that we thought that was so important at the time. So I've got some notes here. I'm not gonna say any names. You know, I'm just going to use like first letters of people's names and stuff like that, but I'm actually going to read some of the notes for you guys, and you can just kind of get an idea of like what we thought were like, you know, like life tragedies and disasters at the time. So yeah, let's just start reading. Oh my god, this one says, to Adiri, aka Bubbles. AKA Little Miss Gossip. I guess that says it all then, doesn't it? I know you're upset and a lot of people ain't talking to you, but I want to let you know, if you did or didn't write it, I'm always here for you, because at the end of the day, you was dear to me. Don't watch what no one's saying. At the end of the day, it's all fakeness. There was a lot of that going on back then. At least you know who you are and who are your true friends. Adiri, you are a very good friend to me. The only thing that is wrong with you is that you lie. You're a nice person to talk to and I can trust you. The advice I want to give you is, just because most of your brethren have a man, don't think you need one, because that special one is on its way. And it's so funny how she said, like, just because most of your friends have a man, don't think you need one, because that special one is on its way. Well, she was right. She was right. It took me a long time, a very long time, to find my special one. But yeah, all those years in school without having a boyfriend, it paid off in the end, because now I got this. Okay, I got this. So yeah, she was right. So thank you for your solid advice. So cute to read that. So he was like 15. All right, what's this one? Oh, this one is from my girl. Even to this day, she is still my girl. Okay. Wow, she was calling me a Deary McCabe then. Wowza. Okay, that's okay. What can I say? You are one of my closest friends, and I like the fact that you're always happy. I like the fact that you are starting to stand up for yourself. Yep. One thing that gets me mad is your love for... Okay, we're not going to say his name, but when I was 14 or 15, there was one boy who I was like totally smitten with, like obsessed with him, and I don't even know why now, but back then I was. Any of you guys who know me, you know who he is. D, you can do so much better than him. I love you too much for him to be chirpsing next girls in front of you. You see, chirpsing, yeah? You're way better than that, but that is up to you. Stay yourself and keep doing what you're doing. Love you always. Girl! To this day, see, even to this day, you're still in my life, and that's exactly why, because we're here. She was my dancing sister back in school, and she's one of the most awesomest people I know. So yeah, good stuff. See how we used to talk to each other. Wowza. Wow. Wow. Alright guys, so I think that is all the notes I'm going to read actually, because these things go on forever. Like, they actually go on for so long. Like, I have so many here. Like, some of them are just like pages and pages. Like, they just go on forever. Like, this is something that we used to do like all the time in school. But yeah, school was a funny time. School was a very funny time. It was actually a really funny time, and you know, a lot of things happened in school that, you know, thinking about it now, like, it was crazy, and you know, it was a complete and utter madness, but you know, I wouldn't change it for the world. School was a big part of, like, you know, me finding out who I am, especially, you know, the pressures and, you know, the stereotypes that came with going to a school like Waverley Girls School. So it was like a whole bunch of things that tied up into one. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this random rambles, you know, growing up in Peckham video. Give it a thumbs up if you can relate, if you are from the ends, if you grew up in the ends, yo, what you saying? And yeah man, comment, like and subscribe to this channel, people. We're only getting started, okay? We are only getting started up in here. So you better subscribe, tell your mama, tell your papa, tell everybody, okay? So yeah man, thanks for watching you guys. I love you lots, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.